Hello guys, welcome back to another streamer. We're on episode something on YouTube. Probably 11 as well. I don't know. Don't remember to check. We are continuing with Outer Worlds, Wizard Citizen. But if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch and TV at Lisha Production. The link is down below in the description. Cookies, go down there, you know, hit the arrow, or maybe not. I don't know if the link will show for something like that, but it's just follow me here. They click it, go, you press the heart on the Twitch. Follow me there. Yeah, let's continue. I'm tired as fuck. I don't know why. I might have slept too much. Definitely did not sleep too little, but I think I might have slept a little bit too much. Oh yeah, we started to go a little bit of meleeing.
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
I think you got me confused with somebody else. I would never kill somebody. And no, I didn't kill. I think I know the one you killed. She actually died by somebody else. I didn't want to kill her. The empty man. Oh yeah, I was gonna do that quest, right? So far, I only botched one mission. Like, look at all the missions that we've done, though. Like, look at all of this. Look at all of these missions, though. Like, come on, look at them. Look at all of these. Like, how? The man. So Sophia was pleased with your request. Yeah, it's like that. No, the empty man is not. That is a kept secret. We do the empty man, and we might actually do that. Like a max. So. So he needs some body armor, I guess. With armor ballistic. There you go. Your gun is probably very yeah, let's say this there you go. So why not just give you one of those instead? There we go. Yeah, let's go to Scylla then and do this for once. Legit, like let's just do this. Yeah, I get that.
Reached. Scylla.
I might have energy in the beginning, but just as always, my energy will like decline. It can happen quick or not quick.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Talking to this, you know, most of my friends are still on Earth. That's cute, Felix. What's your name?
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know? That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production. Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey.
Another question to do before we
figured
do the
the board
fitness
got him
thing, I
in.
guess.
Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
But first, then I guess Felix, you have a with the power, Felix. How are you supposed to protect somebody with that? Here you go. Take a light machine. Felix. Felix. Stop being a pain in the ass. So this is a problem, Felix. You're gonna die very easily if I bring you, but I will. Take Vicormax. So Pravati and Ellie is getting arrested for once. At least Vicormax, I could at least bring him up. But you son of a bitch! Why don't you wear anything else? I don't know if you technically are not really my crew then. If you don't let me change your fucking weapon, I will have to let you go. Thank you. And if you like toast-boiled steak, here's a better one. Okay? Then we need to get to some armors, sir. You can be Grand Hotel. See? You like that? Or you want that instead? Yeah, that fits better. Then... yeah, look at that. Yeah, badasses. Great. Oh yeah, Mozilla. Right. We are Scylla. That's right. Forgot about this mission while we were here. I'm gonna lie.
What was that?
Am I are we that overpowered? Wait. Wait, am I that overpowered here right now? Because this is something I should have done a long time ago. Don't tell me I'm this overpowered. I knew there was something in there.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting. Oh, the audacity. Strangers enter my home and demand to know who I am? What fun! Is this a multiple choice question? Because I'm not sure I remember anymore.
No, she's not. She's a lady of transcendent wisdom. Can you not see that?
Very astute. And I'm out here to meditate and contemplate the unendurable mystery without being bothered. So why are you bothering me?
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I have spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared. Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way. A crass way to put it, but yes, chemicals that can expand or destroy the participant's consciousness.
Just double checking the frame rate.
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in front of a firing squad.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Max, you better find your inner peace, dude. Because I'm about to get hella high.
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. But with your head buried up your posterior.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This year, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here. I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, I just wanted to prove to my parents that damn it. You're right.
Max, you need to lay the past to rest. What happened with your father and I, it's long dead. To attain your goals, you must live in the chaos. Be fine with the chaos. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assuredly than even the fictional architects plan your slave away to prove.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max. Why do you do that?
figured it out. I need to kill this guy now. God damn it! It has a person in the...
I don't know what to say. Thank you, Captain, but I don't know.
Definitely.
Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you, the contented you, me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation, because it will set us free, won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision, to have your life completely controlled, the illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
Please don't. I'm invested in PNB.
Your individual self is what's not real. It is simply a concept. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves? I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before. I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect. In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are. I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
Hey.
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves. How right you are. Words are overrated.
Okay, so we helped you, Max. Now we will help Felix with the Felix things. So since it'll be a pretty stacked up though in Armor, Clyde Harlow. Ouch. I just broke my boat. Yes, I just broke. Broke. Unreliable. Oh yeah, let's we have close base. Okay, come on, Max and Felix. I'll let the gals rest for a little bit. Let them rest. Let them rest. Clyde Harlow.
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Through you. If you push me.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
Talk to me like that again and I will blow you. Shove the spear up your ass so far you would cry at night. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going in there. Where the fuck is your fucking entrance? Stupid place.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see or a you've aged, old man?
Well,
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy.
nope,
Yeah.
not really, but you're
He'd always
staying on the
needed a
ship.
place to belong.
Felix will always have a place in this crew. He's family to us now.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Is it really been doing that? Nothing about she's been setting up a ship.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy. That one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
No, the bullet for us. He's the least reliable crew on the ship, literally called unreliable. Gonna put it on a test? No, they're not doing it. Felix is loyal.
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
You can't control your own people, Harlow? Just pretend I take care of your problem. What happens over there?
Then Felix will have done me a favor, and I will be grateful. I imagine we'll catch up on lost time, have a long talk about his future.
Do you tell everyone doesn't have a captain?
I don't contest your claim to Felix's services, but he is his own man, and we are all of us responsible for our own destinies.
You can control your own people or no?
Hey, boss has a point. You're talking about me like I'm not even here.
I'm negotiating with your captain. You are her subordinate, at least for now. We're not a band of common pirates, Captain. We are revolutionaries. I expect a certain degree of intestinal fortitude from my soldiers. Trask was a coward. Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
I remember. Have I met Rosanna? I don't remember. There's more than this. What do you think, Felix?
Clyde offered me a hand when nobody else would. I'd say I owe him a good turn.
There you have it, Captain. A favor for an old friend.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token. Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
There you go. Let's go and kill this motherfucker. I love going for record. How much cash do I have? 10k? Yeah. Back to Groundbreaker we go. Then I will bring my gals. After we do this, I will bring my gals and we will go to Phineas. And do the stuff over there. So now we go to Groundbreaker. Base.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. I'll lock up behind you.
I think girls will rest actually for now. Rosanna. Maybe I have not met a Rosanna yet.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch?
I lost hope.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the
You mind trying to have a moment here?
Hmm.
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something? Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I'm on the level. You know about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson? All right. I'm gonna take your word for it. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please, just make it quick. Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow, never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order. That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
Dang. Marriage contract expired. Yeah, no.
Appreciate it.
I'm
No
sorry,
offense,
but
man. Just been a long day.
your marriage has expired, you know? It has expired date, you know? You need to renew it every 5 years. That should be something, actually. Marriage should need to be, like, renewed, like, every 5th year and all that. Every 4th or 5th year. On front track. Truck, I just gonna confront you. Oh, I was gonna use the ramp, but I couldn't. That's sad. Wee. Like, he says a ring. Like, he just take his ring from him, say he's dead. Edgewater. Dang, we're going to Hope. No, not Hope. We're going to Terra.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Let's do Felix here, and let's do Vicar Max. He might have some wisdom-full words. I just have to look, though, in my character skills here. Lockpick. My hack is 171. Damn. Damn, my hack is increased by a lot. Intimidate, also because of Vicar Max. And Crusade has also increased a lot. Damn. Damn. Edgewater, haven't I been here? Edgewater, I think I've been in Edgewater before. Yeah, this is where we started out, wasn't it? Or like, wait, because isn't it like this has the isn't it's been so long since we've been here. It took us so long to leave this place, and I never wanted to come back. Yeah, we have Adeline McDivitt here.
Time changes all things. Even Reed's
Damn,
stranglehold over
we're back
Edgewater
here.
must inevitably yield to the attrition of time. Start anew. Edgewater will become the town it was meant to be. A place where we live in harmony with the world. Where none of us writhe under the whips of corporate masters. A place where all are welcome. Except for Reed's supporters, of course. The garden will bloom anew. I have plans to transform the old cannery into a nursery, with crops enough to feed a town. Saltuna was making the town sick. From now on, if anybody's hungry, they may feast from the bounty of the soil. But of course, and now we have a whole cemetery to ourselves.
Hey, Karen. I thought I would come back to Edgewater. Remember the nature, diet too, like fucking. Yeah, we're a little bit overpowered this place. I don't mind actually. I like it. I like being overpowered. Nice. Because this was where they were holding up before. Exactly, when we go to this place. Botanical Lab was where we were running back and forth.
Fate shines on us today.
Imagine one-shotting everything. That's nice.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
You have told me where to find you. Alright, I'll tell you training.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Harlow wants to ring his proof of death, that's all I'm after.
Harlow wants my ring? Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. A ring's a lot easier to lose than a hand. How do I know that I can trust you? Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Yeah, there is you looking at him. Temperament.
I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse. Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Well, fair enough.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm gonna go to Killer Trask, but I'm going to Task.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Oh wait. So Trask evidence, Clyde Harlow. Is that back at Old Lion? There's some missions here and there that I could maybe start up on there, but this is fast travel and unreliable. Well, I used the things that is there. Tax evidence. It doesn't say anything else though, so we have Harlow's base. I'm guessing this is where bring you to. Yeah, evidence is right there. Do not jump down. Everybody's on board. All right. Task evidence. I want that evidence.
What's the word? So it is. Thus ends Rufus Trask. Once a sensible man, by and by a fool, presently a corpse. I hope you never have to discover what it is like, Captain. The relief one feels when a mutiny comes to an end.
Trask had some things to say about you. And I've got my own misgivings.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand? Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for. You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face. How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Jackass is in trouble! You make quite a team, my friend. That's the last of them.
Ja, precis. Talk that other shit.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think. No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in.
Yep.
I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me. I just hope I never turn out like that. Selling my soul for a fistful of bits. Thanks for the vote of confidence, boss. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Part of me wishes we put Trask in the ground. You know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
So we are on skills here. So I do like melee. I feel like hacking and that melee 2 there, that's nice, more damage. Let's go leadership, inspiration, determination. Let's do some of that. Why not? So we have the at the end spectrum. I'm gonna have to probably go back to that island if I want to do that, but let's finally. I'm gonna take the boys. You know, you always been taking the girls, so why not take the boys out? You know. Even though the girls have actually better armor, might have better weapons. Let's go to Phineas' lab.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
I don't know. Let's grab the boys. I'm a lot stronger now than last time I was there. How much? 219. Yeah, definitely have stuff I need to sell though. Like, definitely have weapons and stuff I need to sell. Arturus. Hello, Miss Biggest. There's no... Right, there's no vending machine here, right? They're gonna double check there's no vending machines. I don't think you would have many machines in here, but you never know with the game where they will put vending machines, you know. Ah, so if... Okay, so if I wanna find the other stuff though... Yeah, I've done a lot. Saves made after this point can only finish the main story on Tartarus.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you returned, though.
I'm not gonna die.
Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously.
Evil. You don't know who I am. Tell me the business and it's fire.
Wait, you're the stylist? Thank the law you're here. Everyone knows how particular the chairman is about his eyebrows. Here, take my biometric ID instead. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that, just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Yeah, see you soon later. Okay, so before I go, plasma launcher. I will remove this plasma launcher next and take this. Okay, so let's double check my weapons. I have a bolter pistol, which is like... I have the worst one. Yep, Ella is a better one. And Parvati is a better one. I have the worst bolter pistol. That's crazy. I think I'm bringing Felix and it because we're gonna try with them.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's important. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Stay down, Hullhead.
The labyrinth. Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
They say nobody's ever broken out of the labyrinth. Didn't say nothing about breaking in, though.
Yeah, that's true. Breaking out and breaking in is two different things.
Lead the way, boss. I got your back.
Sublight has arrived. Hey, kid. A little bird told me you could use our help. I said I owed you one, and I always pay my debts. We're not about to leave our favorite.
Your execution brought to you by QTS. Anybody got eyes on him? Waste of company ammo. Piece it in trash. Looking good, soldier. Look at that. Thought I saw something. What? Thought I heard something. Oh! Better take a gander. What was that? What's that?
Okay, let's see what we do have here. Weapons wise, we're nothing. Okay. This one. What do we do weapons wise? Nothing. Really? Weapon shunt. We're gonna sell here. Dead assault rifle. For benefit, let's see, Sentry Saber, sell that. Flamethrower could be good to have, maybe. A machine gun, light assault rifle. Armor, do we have anything here that is like sell? 36 is way too low. 22 is way too low. That's way too low. 43rd is way too low. 41 is way too low. 4 is way too low. 50 is good. 3 is way too low. 43 is way too low. 53 is good. 51 is good. You can double check. 2k, 1.2 there. There, just same here. So let's buy some U. Same here, and EU cells. Oh, we have this one over here. Yeah, what do we have gun here? 57 there. Bolter pistol. I might actually get that bolter pistol. Buy, accept. Gonna buy some VM as well. Just in case.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
Open fire!
I didn't. This weapon was kind of good, actually.
What was that? Iconoclast! Attack! Open fire!
MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and fight!
You ain't feeling jittery, are you? Because I'm not.
Everything in my life has been leading up to this point. I believe I am ready for this.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon. That crackpot's plan is ludicrous. We have steps, action items, budgets, and reports. All he's got is a guilty conscience and lofty dreams. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck off.
Whoa, no. There's no call for hostility. Oh. Whoa, no. Sounds way better than my head. I'm not gonna lie. It sounded way better than my head. You aren't the one to means words, huh?
Call for you. You unbelievable bitch. Sophie should be the one wasting her time with you, but you killed her. I've you ain't quartered, bankrupted. Thankfully, you're already. Find your cell and wait until I'm done here. I'll write you the execution myself.
Felony, I made a terrible mistake. Please don't arrest me.
Is that sarcasm? Do you know what I do to people who employ the lowest, most base form of humor? I fire them. Alas, as you are woefully employed, I'll have to do the next thing. Have you killed? In the next room, the finest automechanical conveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch it with yourself. It was fucking expensive. Absolutely not. Kanye was a sociable, not me. Need I repeat the magic 2 words?
We got a fight on our hands.
I'm glad I bought this gun.
Get me out of here!
There we go.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. All in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish.
Yes.
You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon.
Yep.
I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
Of course.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands.
Okay.
Earth has gone dark. We
So
haven't
cold in the
received
room.
a single message in 3
So cold.
years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Hold on, Doc. Are you telling me the Earth went dark 3 years ago, and the board's just been covering this up?
They've been incredibly effective at concealing the truth. Right now, the only people in the colony who know are standing in this room.
Earth is only an idea to us, but that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must
The winds
begin
are
the
fucking
revival
cold.
process
I have
immediately,
22 degrees in
starting
my
with the
room.
hopes of
The
brightest
winds are fucking
minds.
cold.
And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? You won't hear a word of disagreement from me. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe
Don't tell me I'm
happens according to
done.
the grand
Don't tell me
plan.
that was it.
But
We
the
should have fought
stranger that
Marine.
arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the Board's authority. But the Board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the Board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The Board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The Board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Bolstered by her status as savior of humanity, Lilia Hagen ushered Sublight Salvage to a new golden age. Her company grew bolder and more transparent over time, muddying the line between lawful and criminal for the entire colony. The Sublight family would thrive for years to come. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the Board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created. Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered the means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena time. Their work eventually allowed Wells and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders. As their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena time returned to their communities and loved ones, and joined in the effort to save Halcyon. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life: Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, Slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path. Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity. The Prophet was not among the bodies. Your influence further cemented Ellie's perspective. She understood she could never truly rely on others, so she set about making sure she wouldn't have to. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She enjoyed a long and infamous career running missions across the system. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since, but travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth,
we've done a lot.
he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you? The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon. You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. You administered the colony in your own image. With the old power of the board destroyed, a new government of Halcyon rose with you at its center. With your steady hand, You guided Halcyon through the turbulent years that were to follow, and helped ensure the survival of the colony until the end of your days. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
We actually finished the game. I was thinking that would be the end, because it sounded like when they do stuff when it comes to ends in games, like that is like they usually tell you that this is like there's no going back. Either it's a like bigger boss fight or something like that, or it's like the end. And that's why I was glad I did all the 2 missions. But yeah, we are done with Outer Worlds Space Shows Edition. And now I need to figure out what game to play. I did actually buy Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. Try maybe test those games out. Maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll do that. Play those games, see what I think about them. Still looking for a good sheep. Like, oh, so I don't want to play God of War, but I haven't found it for as good a price as I did once, but I didn't have one of them. But that is it for Outer Worlds, and we are done. We indeed are done. So I'm thinking about I will end the stream. Either end the stream, okay, it's the shortest stream because I'm done. Or I end the stream, restart it and play something else for like an hour. That's something I could do. But then what will I play? What should I play? So we're done with Outer Worlds. I was actually thinking like, damn, I have a lot of episodes of this shit. We're like on episode 11. Something like that. This is the final episode, so. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch TV, so release your protection. The link is up below in the description. Just gonna YouTube studio here. Gonna double check here. We are on episode 11, the final episode. So we got, and all the episodes are basically 3 hours long, like 303, 249, 253, 302, 305, 301, 306, 315, 314. So basically, so let's say 3 minutes there. 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 30. So 30 hours plus this. So let's say 32 hours per game, but yeah. I was thinking about Potato a little bit. Maybe do a run on Potato, maybe some balloons or something like that. I don't know. This plays something. Yeah, thank you for watching, and the video ends here. But if you hang on Twitch, I will be back with, let's say, Potato. Yeah, this is it for the Outer World, so see you guys later.